Happy Sunday. So glad to be here on this beautiful weekend. Boy, New England, we couldn't ask for more. It's just been incredible. 78 degrees, excuse me, yesterday. I hope everybody got out and experienced a little of nature. We're at the place where the leaves are all turning. And, you know, sometimes we take things for granted. And when my friend was here from Scotland, she said to me, she's never been here this time of year, and she couldn't believe how beautiful the leaves turning was, and she was taking all kinds of pictures. So sending them back home, and everybody was so amazed and surprised at how beautiful they all were. So anyways, yes, the eclipse yesterday. Some of you that follow me on Instagram may have read that already. It was in Taurus, 5 degrees. So you look in your chart to see, where do you have Taurus? What house is it in? What does that mean for you? And you can always Google your sun sign and say, you know, how will the Taurus full moon lunar eclipse affect Virgos or whatever sign you are? And there's plenty of information out there for you. But you know I'm a big one on ritual by now. So this is really full moon, emptying out. The theme of the next 6 months is going to be, what are you trying to let go of? And you might say, God, I've been letting go. I've cleaned out every closet in my house, and I've been letting go of past relationships and all of that. But guess what? There's still probably more. It's the bottom of the barrel. So allow yourself to really just clean completely out. And if you don't, guess what? The universe is going to show you where you still have to clean out. So also look for your direction. The direction that you would like to take for the next 6 months. So this up and coming week, I can't believe we are going into the end of October and the beginning of November. 13 Moon Oracle. Move my candle a little out of the way here. What do you want to tell us for this up and coming week? The Priestess. She's got the beautiful spiral on her dress, and she's drumming. It says, the priest or priestess, I amplify in stillness. So this card is about flow and being in stillness, silence, and balance. Perhaps you've been feeling like you've come to a crossroad and you need to follow your intuition as to, you know, which way you need to move forward and when are you going to move forward. So just know that. And so this week, have some quiet time, get into the stillness. You know, personally, I've been getting up at crazy hours. Not that I go to bed early, but I've been having, like, going to bed normal time, 11, 10:30, whatever. And then I've been waking up at 5 and doing all my morning rituals. And if you're not doing a morning ritual, you're really cheating yourself, because you want to be in a place where you can set yourself up for the day. So I meditate, I do my prayers at that time, I read my horoscope for the day, I journal a little bit, and I pull my cards for the day. And when I have time in the morning, I exercise first. So I can get all these things off my list, and I dedicate that sacred time to me, because it really is sacred, right? We have this sacred time this time where we're feeling good about things. Like sometimes, especially when you get up and no one's up, you're like, wow, I'm in silence right now. I'm in holiness. This is the Dragon Oracle by Diana Cooper. Kuan Yin's Pink Dragon. Well, we know pink is the heart chakra, so it must be about love. Brings firm love that represents your karmic balance. See all your cords dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. This is such a beautiful picture of this dragon. And, you know, Kuan Yin, certainly she is the goddess of compassion. She's that goddess that says, I'm never leaving the earth plane until every person has returned into oneness. And that's a pretty deep dedication. So where do you need to put a little bit more love in your life? And where do you need to dissolve the cords? The cords I'm talking about are the energy cords that stick to you, that we need to go in, and if you've had an old experience and somebody plugged into you from an old relationship, we need to cut all these cords that no longer serve us. This is Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle. Ooh, this is heavy. I love that. The goddess with the sword in front of her, the priestess from Avalon. Avalon was a real place in Glastonbury at the top of the tour. Wow. And I even love that. Look at this side of the cards, the back side. So beautiful. We have the goddess peeking out from behind a rock and the water just flowing. Beautiful. And this says, return from the underworld, engage in life. So what calls out to me from this is the underworld is where we go to take our journeys, to go into the shadow side of us, to be able to really dive deep and to bring much healing to whatever is bothering you. So this feels really good. I believe this is Isis standing in front with Osiris standing face to face with her, and that he had to go into the underworld. You know, the old story about cutting off parts of him, and then Isis had to go all around gathering up these parts of him to bring him back and make him whole. So when is it time for us to come back from that place, that journey of the shadow, and what did we learn from it? So allow yourself to be in that place where you can say, okay, I learned, and I learned well. I'm going to look this one up. All right, let's see what this says. Oops. A period of depression may be about to end. Tests and trials will create a metamorphosis in your entire being. So it says this painting is about the journey through the halls of Osiris, or underworld initiations. With each lesson learned, this becomes the adept, and then after many trials, attains self-mastery. Osiris sits on his throne in his malachite chamber. His skin is verdant green, like the rebirth of life along the Nile. His sisters, the goddesses, Isis, stand at the side, while the full-bloom lotus represents spirit hovering in the air. Symbolic death and resurrection can occur in the physical world as well. Nearly everyone has experienced the dark night of the soul, rising up again as a more evolved person. Isn't that the truth? We're all going through a dark night collectively right now. This is not the easiest time. We're seeing people murdered and killed and shot and rioting, and it's just craziness. All right, and we're going to the Oracle of E. These are the funny ones. All right, what can you give us that's lighthearted for this week? Abracadabra. It's just the word. So abracadabra, I know, is a word of magic. And that's why they always said it, you know, with the genie, abracadabra, or with magicians. They would say that because it was a very powerful, mystical word. This says, Aladdin's not the only one with 3 wishes. You too have a magical lamp that can summon all you desire to your doorstep. It's a simple matter of making a clear intention, letting go of any fool notion that you have to wait for the game. You are the magic. So there we go. Make your 3 wishes, especially this weekend with that eclipse energy, and throw it out to the universe. And last deck, Butterfly for Life Changes, Doreen Virtue. And again, I've spoken about this many times. I still love all her decks, no matter what she says. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. All right. What would you like to say this week? Hobbies. So if you've been working too hard, possibly, and you need to find a hobby, it's a gorgeous butterfly. And look for something you can do to keep it light, have some fun in your life, something that may take you in a different direction, that when you're knitting, you don't think about the troubles in the world, or making a collage, or whatever it is, candles, whatever. So let's see what this has to say. How are you spending your free time, dear one? When you're going through life changes, hobbies can provide a stress outlet and meaningful foundation. Your card is guiding you to invest in those pursuits as a way to relax, learn, and enjoy yourself. You love to stay busy, and these interests bring fun into your hectic life. Hobbies can be productive, as many people turn them into careers. So imagine that you have unlimited time, energy, and money available for a hobby. What's the first one that comes to mind? That's your inner truth, and there's always a way to make it work on any budget and schedule. Joining a group related to your hobby is a wonderful way to make new friends who can be there for you during the next part of your life. Any change, even a positive one, can be stressful, but with playful outlets like hobbies and good friends, it can feel purposeful and joyful. So that's pretty self-explanatory. And it's so funny, in my coaching, in doing my own coaching, I'm trading with someone else, and I said today, I am not putting any work things on my list. I always accomplish my work things. This is not what this is about. I need to put more fun things on my list. I need to have activities that are just fun and playful and not all this, make this phone call, do this, create this course. It's like, no. So remember that this week, use your priestess self to become still, love and forgiveness, come out of the underworld, use your magic to make your wishes, and find like-minded people, groups, or hobbies that you can do. I know during COVID, many people got into puzzle making or even coloring or whatever. It was at the top of their list because they needed to keep busy. I did puzzles myself during that time, which was really interesting. So find out what works for you. Go for a drive. Go up to Vermont. Beautiful day out. See what it brings you. You know, or I should say where it brings you. Because you just never know. You could get lost somewhere and end up having it be the most magical place you've ever been. So allow yourself to do that. Have some fun. Get in nature and make it count. Because remember, every day is a fresh opportunity for you to do what you need to do and create that day the way you would like to. And every day we have a new opportunity. So make it count. Bye.